Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda, and please welcome to our Operation Freedom platform, WeThePeopleProcessing.com. You know, are you tired of being threatened to be canceled just because you have a company focused on liberty and freedom? Well, worry no more, folks. WeThePeopleProcessing.com is your go-to merchant services, freedom-based company to provide business service payment solutions. We the People Processing provides their clients a cancel culture-free platform which is domestically based. They provide competitive rates, no contracts with next-day funding, a fully vetted and like-minded financial infrastructure, and full support for integrations, implementation, and e-commerce efforts. Bottom line, WeThePeopleProcessing.com focuses on defending your company's free market growth, values, and future. Check them out at www.WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Once you're on the site, enter in password Operation Freedom or call 855-499-2024. That's WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Then, when on the website, enter Operation Freedom as your password or call 855-499-2024.
Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state
She's
categorically?
asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You are
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a
question.
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Dave versus the MSM. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. We are available on this platform. Now, a lot of folks have said, you know, I haven't been getting notifications about your videos for months, years. Yeah, right. That's how it works when you're suppressed. When you're presenting information that the bought-off lamestream fake media will never present, which is a tentacle of the deep state. So look, every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., I upload a video on YouTube. Also, at 9 a.m. every Tuesday, I upload a free video at davejanda.com in the Operation Freedom briefing section near the top of the homepage on the right-hand side. In addition, we have a tremendous amount of free information at davejanda.com and the subscription content, which is 30 cents a day. 30 cents a day for priceless information you will never, ever see in the bought-off lamestream fake media. And in fact, there's there's no likelihood that you'll get my analysis on any other platform than davejanda.com. We have extra shows, extra content, extra guests, extra analysis, archives to all of our shows. We hope you become part of our freedom family. Now, today's presentation is about the Supreme Court leak. The Supreme Court leak is all about division. As I have outlined on my radio show since its inception, Operation Freedom, since October 2010, the criminal syndicate, whatever you want to call it, the deep state, the thugocracy, the totalitarian thugs, the New World Order crowd, the criminal international banking syndicate, the deep state, whatever you want to call it, their playbook, a big part of it, is to divide and conquer. To divide the public so that the public is at heads against each other, banging heads against each other, and never sit back, think about a situation and say, wait. The problem is you, the globalists, the criminals that are running the Federal Reserve, the banking system, big pharma, big medicine, right? They want all of us divided. There are several topics that they use. It's a push button. Gun control. Environmental issues. Boom. Healthcare. Boom. Abortion. When all else fails. Abortion. Right? We've seen it time and time again. The race card. Boom. Another instant button they get results out of. It's all about division. Now, I want to take you back to 1988, the late spring of 1988, when I first went to Washington to work on healthcare policy with the Reagan administration, in particular, working with the then Surgeon General C. Everett Koop. One of the first lessons he taught me was, one, there are no coincidences in Washington, and number two, there are no coincidences that occur in politics. Okay. So all of a sudden, beginning of May, it's leaked. The Supreme Court decision of what might, underline might at this point, might be occurring. Okay? All right. So why now? Why was it leaked the beginning of May? Well, probably because the draft was created like a day before that and it got... No, actually, in retrospect and through analysis, it's been found that that draft was circulating since the beginning of February. Wait. All of February, all of March, all of April. So for 3 months, this document was circulating around the Supreme Court, and all of a sudden, the first couple days of May, it's out there. Well, it just happened to be coincidental that the day this was released, Kamala Harris and Gretchen Whitmer were speaking at the annual event for Emily's List in Washington, D.C. as keynote speakers that evening. Coincidence. Go back to Dr. Koop. No such thing as coincidences in Washington, D.C. or in politics. But in addition, over those ensuing 3 months, the wheels have been falling off of the globalists' installed puppets, Biden and Harris, right? You see, they needed to push a button to get us divided because right, left, middle, America was coming together and saying, wait, this is not anything any of us signed up for, let alone voted for. Right. No. And in fact, people have been coming together saying, wait. No. There are huge problems. And this, whatever this is, administration, they're making the problems, they're creating some of them, many of them, if not all of them, but they're also making some of these issues and many of these issues, all of these issues, worse. And they had to divide us. They could not have us speaking. You know, that whole thing about lockdowns, that was great because everybody was in their bunker watching their propaganda being spewed at us 24/7, right? And people were out and people were talking. We didn't have that on. And they were, right? So this decision being leaked the way it was fairly opportunistic, don't you think? And this leak is being used to prop up the rotting political carcasses of Biden and Harris and everyone associated with their administration. So what were they trying to distract us from? Okay, little list. This is what they're trying to distract us from by leaking this decision, potential decision, okay? They're trying to distract us from rampant, crushing inflation. Gas, food, clothing, housing, everything. They want us butting heads against each other and focusing on this distraction of this leak versus coming together because us being rightfully upset about the crushing inflation that has been perpetrated by the Federal Reserve, the globalists, and the Biden policies of shoveling funny money into the economy at an unsustainable, well, maybe for them, but for them, sustainable, an unsustainable rate, jacking inflation to the moon. As you all know, going to the gas station, going to the grocery store, trying to buy some clothes, just to name a few. Oh, how about paying their rent or right? And while all this is going on, a stagnating economy. The manufacturing index that just came out the other day plummeted. The economy, we are in a stagflationary economy, much like we were under Jimmy Carter in the late 70s. And they want you distracted from that fact. Well, good luck. They want you distracted from what's happening at the border. MyShield products are EPA and FDA approved and are proven ready to help you, your family, and your community neutralize COVID, bacteria, viruses, spores, and fungi. The water-based alcohol-free hand sanitizer foam and disinfectants are safe for people, animals, and the environment. Application of the MyShield products has been confirmed by independent studies to provide persistent protection for 28 days on surfaces and for 4 hours on the skin with just one application with a very quick dry time. Check out MyShield products at OperationFreedomHealth.com. That's OperationFreedomHealth.com. The human trafficking, the weapons trafficking, the public health issues, the danger, the national security issues related to the border. They want you distracted from that. Fentanyl deaths. What was it? This past year, 108,000 Americans died from fentanyl that came across that border. They want you distracted from those facts. They want you distracted from the attacks on free speech. Oh, they're not attacking. Really? What do you call that Orwellian disinformation board run by this person, Jankowicz, who, for months, while many of us were speaking about the implications and the national security issues raised in the Hunter Biden laptop, she said, oh, that's Russian disinformation. No, it was true. They want you distracted from the Americans still left behind in Afghanistan and the $80 billion of weaponry left in Afghanistan. Where do you think that weaponry ended up? Other countries? Iran? Hey, Russia? China? They want you distracted from the quagmire that has been created by the globalists. Nothing like a war for the globalists because they get more power, more control, and more of their ever-precious moolah. They want you distracted from the Russia-Ukraine war that they're fomenting. Well, Biden, what's he's talking about another 33 and then add the Republicans in too and everybody in Congress. 40 billion. Rand Paul stood up to that, but you think that's over? With that 40 billion, it means the United States has kicked in $58 billion to Ukraine in 3 months. Do you know what Ukraine's defense budget has been in consistently every year? $6 billion. This is 10 times the amount they normally have. Russia's defense budget a year is $63 billion. This is almost as much. And getting back to the border, this is twice as much as what we spend on border security, border enforcement, for human trafficking, drug trafficking, weapons trafficking, public health down there. They want you distracted from that. They want you distracted from our exploding debt. You don't think that's going to have ramifications? Really? They want you distracted. I have to be careful. from the facts and the data and the science that are coming out related to their and the safety problems related to their. They want you distracted from that. They want you distracted from their unconstitutional mandates that they're still trying to slither in. They want you distracted from Hunter Biden's laptop and the ramifications that showed the Biden crime family money laundering operation that occurred with Russia and Ukraine and China and the Middle East and the national security issues it highlights. They want you distracted from that at all costs. They want you distracted from the supply chain issues, right? Now it's baby formula, right? Baby formula. Yet, it's been reported by actually members of Congress as well that there are pallets full of baby formula being brought to the illegals at the southern border. But for moms throughout the country and American citizen babies, there's a supply shortage of formula? Wait, how? One of the plants right here in Michigan, Sturgis, was shut down 3 months ago by the FDA because of 2 babies, unfortunately, who passed away, supposedly from contamination of the baby formula. Well, as you know, I'm not one to support anything associated with the pharmaceutical companies, but we have to be straightforward, of course, about our analysis, as we have always been. And what it showed is that the babies died because of contaminated water in their homes, not in the formula. But the FDA still shut it down after 2. When the most recent, and I have to be careful here, Pfizer FDA data showed between the first 2.5 months that there was released, there was 1,223 people that had died because of but they're not going to investigate that. Shh. They want you distracted from that. And they want you distracted from election data that is being presented in documentaries such as 2,000 Mules. Yeah. You see, the timing of this leak, the way in which it was perpetrated, stinks. It stinks to high heaven. And the reason? It's because the leak was put into place to divide us, to divide the American public that is not part of the globalist syndicate. And the reason is because we were catching on to their game, and still are. The key is not to take the bait, not to become distracted, to take that list of information, of what they're trying to distract us from, and network that list to your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, everyone you know. Because here's what they're petrified about. The syndicate is petrified about. The more people that are educated with the facts of what's really occurring, the more people become empowered. And the more people that become empowered, the sooner we end this reign of terror by the deep state. I thank you for joining me today. We are available 24/7 at davejanda.com. The radio show Operation Freedom airs live every Sunday from 2 to 5 Eastern out of the People's Republic of Ann Arbor. Now, you can stream it live and free at davejanda.com by going to davejanda.com, Sundays from 2 to 5. Hit the Listen Live button, takes you to the streaming service, and you're with us. Great guests, great analysis, information you'll never get through the bought-off lamestream fake media. We have the podcast for the radio show if you happen to miss it. It's part of our subscription platform, 30 cents a day. As are our WTF geopolitical show that I do every Wednesday, where I bring information forward from my sources behind the curtain that I cannot speak about on public platforms. And we present that show. We present our Insider Insight show, where we bring a guest forward to speak about issues that we cannot speak about on public platforms. And we have our Department of Advanced Research show with Nick Ruiz. We have our healthcare policy series. We have all of our archives all present 24/7. We also have a tremendous amount of free information and content at davejanda.com. We hope you'll join us, and we hope you'll subscribe and become part of our freedom family. I thank you for joining me today. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today.